Those are impressive numbers, but those numbers weren't that impressive before you got here. And so thank you for your leadership and the leadership for everybody. It's a time where a lot of colleges and universities are struggling, and UA Little Rock is not. And so we appreciate all the leadership. Gus, congratulations to you. I thought I would take a few minutes. I'm going to go fast because Ginger told me I only had 30 minutes to speak to you today. Is that right? No, I won't do that to you, but I wanted to spend my time thanking a few people that have influenced me along the way, and I need to start with the two people in the video. When I was told there were going to be two people in the video, it was a really easy decision. I considered my wife, Tracy, and I considered my best friend, Pat. And I was afraid you guys might tell them the truth. So Christy and Greg, and Christy, it means a lot. I don't know where you are. I wish I knew where you were so I could actually talk to you. There she is. You probably have never thought about this, but my friend group reset between the 5th and 6th grade when we moved to Maumelle, and you're the first person I remember meeting. So at least to me, you're my longest continuous friendship. And I will exempt my wife from this, but it's also been probably the most, I guess, meaningful in a lot of ways, because perspective is such an important word in life. And you've given me a perspective that I never could have had, and things that have gone on in your life that you experienced that I never would have known about. So I thank you for that. Thank you for being my friend. Love you. And thanks to you, Greg, too. I'm moving on. Ginger wanted me to make sure, and Pat, I think this is accurate. I believe that we both got fired on my first day at the Hatcher Agency. So I simultaneously have the shortest tenure and the longest tenure in the Hatcher Agency history. But Greg, we talk about generosity a lot, and that, you think about finance or financial help when you talk about generosity, but I think about time. And I think the dean said this earlier, that time is so valuable, and as we get older, it becomes more and more apparent. And you take the time to be with people that can never give it back to you. It doesn't matter who the person is, and I appreciate that. And I go back to one specific conversation we had at my first year review that you probably don't even remember, but it changed my life. And so I had been out of college for 2 years, and it worked for you for one. I think I had 8 or 9 college credit hours in 2 years. At that pace, I would have been graduating like right about now. But you challenged me, and you told me, and I told the ambassadors this a couple weeks ago. You told me that you value people that could finish what they started. And you told me I had 3 years to graduate. It was around June 1st, 1993, and that gave me till June 1996 if I wanted to stick around. And I was able to graduate in May of 96, so it was a much needed, not just a nudge, but it was a shove that I needed. So if it wasn't for that conversation, I wouldn't be eligible to be standing up here right now, so thank you for that. I wanted to talk just very quickly about, if you're fortunate enough in life to have one person that you meet that overlooks all of your mistakes and all of your weaknesses, I think it's a pretty fortunate spot to be in. I've actually had 2 of those in my life. One is sitting down here recording. I can see her recording right now. One of my sisters, Christy and Beth, seem to think that I have never made a mistake, and I assure you that I have. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. We've got 4 kids. 2 of them can't be here because one's killing it with her career and the other one's killing it in college. But Jake, you're the only son of an only son of an only son. I don't know if you ever thought about that, but the Harrelson name is yours. And I am very proud to leave it with you because you're one of the kindest sort of people I've ever met, and you're one of the most creative. And if y'all have not met Ryan Harrelson, our youngest child, she is a force, guys. She's coming for you. You're going to know about her eventually. And then I'll wrap up by just the guys that are down here at this table, and Chris, you should be here too. I always like to bring Chris Water's name into it. He likes it when I talk to him about him in public. But Adam, Pat, and Kyle, and a friend that was in the picture that is unable to be here, that taught me what it's like to be kind. So I thank him for that. Thank you guys. But the most important person in my life is my ex-girlfriend. Okay, we didn't break up, we got married. So I call her my wife. Can Tracy, Greg likes to put me on the spot in public and say, how do you guys do it? How do you've been together for 33 years and you still love each other, but you still actually like each other as well? And it's because of all the people I've ever met, you're my favorite person. And we've done everything as a partnership, and I would encourage anybody that's starting out, do it as a partnership. And if you're the guy, my partnership does not come with voting rights. And I learned that early, and that's the reason I think we've done so well together. But thank you for being the leader of our family in the community and for everything you do, and thanks for loving me. I will wrap up, but I do want to tell the ambassadors and these students here, the most important thing to me in life, if you want to succeed, is to take responsibility for your actions. You're going to mess up. You're going to make mistakes. And I've heard it said that if you make a mistake and you own it, and you're responsible for it, and you tell the truth, that mistake becomes a part of your past. But if you try to cover it up and lie about it, that mistake becomes a part of your future. Own those mistakes, make them a part of your past, because you are our future. Every good city, and I love Little Rock, Tracy will tell you, I love Little Rock, but every good city needs a good university. And for those of you who are here that are pouring into that, thank you. If you haven't for some reason, do it, because it will overflow with the future that are these ambassadors and the students. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm very honored.